Three North Texas cities are planning to discuss leaving the DART system. Officials from Plano, Highland Park, and Farmers Branch all say they believe that they're spending more on DART than the system is giving back to citizens. DART says losing that funding would be devastating. Fox 4's Amelia Jones has more from DART. Amelia.
Heather, this announcement comes after the opening of the Silver Line in Plano last weekend. DART's revenues would take a big hit if any one of the cities approved a withdrawal. But the cities argue that the current financial structure is imbalanced and they want a more equitable arrangement. The partnership between DART and several North Texas cities could be coming to an end. City councils in Plano, Farmers Branch, and Highland Park will discuss withdrawing from the public transit service next week and letting voters decide what to do. The announcement comes as DART opened the Silver Line that connects Plano to DFW Airport.
I'm really heartbroken mostly for the riders because I think the riders who are impacted, I don't believe have a voice in this right now.
A portion of DART revenues are collected through sales tax from cities it serves. City officials argue they are spending more for the services than they are receiving back in investment. The city of Plano cited an independent study done in 2023 that found taxpayers contributed $109 million to DART, while only $44 million was spent within the city.
I think that it is hard to imagine that losing a Plano would not impact our revenues because the sales taxes collected in Plano are about $110 million a year. And I understand that a lot of people, a lot of people would want sort of a dollar in and dollar out, but that's just not the way things work.
No city council members in Plano, Farmers Branch, or Highland Park were available for interviews Wednesday. DART officials say this isn't the first time they've had these conversations at the local or state level. State Representative Matt Shaheen, who represents parts of Collin County, filed a bill to address the financial imbalance between cities and DART.
The problem is that the DART trains, the DART buses, they just most of the time are empty. And the city of Plano, Farmers Branch, Highland Park, they're just overpaying for those services. DART failed to address their concerns, and so now we're in this situation.
If approved, the measure would be on the ballot in May 2026, right before the FIFA World Cup begins and thousands descend on DFW. DART officials say if a withdrawal is approved by voters, services could end immediately in those areas, and it would have a big impact on how DART operates during the World Cup.
To see this come today, a weekend after the Silver Line opening, FIFA, I mean, we would be taking this vote on the heels of FIFA. It is a disservice to the region as a whole.
It's unclear what the alternative public transit options would be if the cities move forward with the withdrawal. One option that Representative Shaheen mentioned in our conversation was an on-demand app like Uber that is funded by the city. Plano City Council scheduled a special session to talk about this next Wednesday. Farmers Branch and Highland Park City Councils will talk about it at their upcoming meetings on Tuesday. Heather, Steve.
I don't know, Amelia. It seems odd. It seems like the DART people aren't getting it, and they're just mad right now. Are they ready to negotiate? The leader said that's just not how it works, and that doesn't seem like the right response to a negotiation. Are they talking at all?
Well, Steve, during the press conference, and again, we have only heard from DART officials. No city council members from the cities were available, so we don't know their reaction or their side to this yet. But DART officials said that for them, from their perspective, they have talked to the city council members, and they also have representation from Plano and the other cities on the DART board. So a lot more to come, and we'll see what happens in these meetings next week.
All right. Amelia Jones reporting live. Thanks.